Welcome to another deep dive. We're going to be talking about Nelson Williams.
A top lawyer in Brazil.
Exactly. And the material you sent on him, it's fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
It's his book, right? Lucura, no, Corrigium.
Yes.
I love that title, by the way.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it really sets the tone.
And the goal here for this deep dive, it's not just about, understanding one lawyer's success.
Right.
It's about, I think, extracting these almost universal principles about standing out.
Yeah, absolutely. In any field. Right.
Any field.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start with his journey, because this is not your average lawyer origin story.
No, not at all.
This guy goes from working on a farm
In rural Paraná
to leading one of the
Right.
top law firms in Latin America.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what is it about his early life that kind of set him on this path?
Well, I think what's really interesting is the excerpts you provided. They highlight this realization he had even as a child.
Oh, okay.
That education was his way out of, farm labor. Yeah. That kind of almost intrinsic drive, I think we see a lot in successful people.
Right. It's that
It's that hustle.
real hustle mindset. Yeah. And, instead of selling lemonade on the street corner, he's setting his sights on law school.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think even more interesting is that he credits his inspiration to study law to Daredevil.
Wait, like the Marvel comic?
Yes, the Marvel comic. He talks about, the blind lawyer turned superhero and how that sparked his interest in the legal profession.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. But, it's not just about, I think, having inspiration.
Right.
He also very early on gets this thing that a lot of lawyers don't, which is the importance of marketing and communication.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his approach is not subtle.
No, not at all.
He was handing out over 100 business cards a month.
A month and putting up billboards.
Even inside the Bar Association.
Yeah. Which was unheard of at the time.
Yeah, totally. I mean, this is, we're talking about a time when lawyers had this very conservative image,
Right, like they weren't supposed to advertise themselves in that way.
Right, exactly. So he was way ahead of the curve in realizing that things were changing.
Yes.
And clients were looking for something different.
Exactly, and that client acquisition was shifting. Right?
Yeah, totally. He's not waiting for referrals.
Yep.
He's going out there and getting clients.
Right, taking a proactive approach.
Yeah, and this kind of ties into the whole growth hacking thing, which we'll get to later, which is this whole data-driven approach.
Ah.
But I wanna go back to the actual foundation that he built, because he builds this very unique law firm.
Yes, he does.
Which he describes as being structured like a pizza.
The pizza model, right?
Pizza model, yeah.
So he has over 50 partners, each specializing in a different area of law.
Okay, so each partner is like a
slice of the pizza.
A slice. All right, I love that. But does this actually work in practice? I mean, what are the...
Well, like any model.
Yeah.
It has its pros and cons. The plus side is obviously that depth of expertise.
You're getting a specialist.
Exactly. You're getting a specialist in each area.
Right.
And it creates this very collaborative environment. But of course, managing that many partners.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
Requires a lot of communication,
yeah,
trust, coordination.
And it sounds like Williams really thought this through, because he also emphasizes financial transparency.
He does.
Within this model.
Each slice tracks its own costs and profits.
Wow.
Which is really interesting because it ensures accountability.
Okay.
Fairness.
So it could be applied potentially to other businesses?
Potentially, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Outside of just law.
Now, all this hustle leads to him building this incredibly successful firm, and he becomes
a public figure,
like celebrity almost, right?
In a way, yeah.
And he's very open about his success, sharing his life on social media,
which has gotten him some criticism.
Oh, I bet.
People accusing him of flaunting his wealth.
Yeah.
But his perspective on this is actually really fascinating.
Yeah. What does he say about that?
Well, he says, and I'm quoting here from the material you sent, I want to give the market a realistic parameter of successful law. Yes, this as possible.
So he's trying to redefine what success looks like.
Exactly. It's not just about the money.
Right.
It's about the lifestyle.
Yeah. It's about the freedom, the flexibility, all of that.
Right. And showing aspiring lawyers that it is achievable.
Yeah. It's not just this stuffy, boring, you work 24/7.
Right.
Sacrificing your life for the sake of your career.
Exactly. He's showing that you can have it all.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, he also talks a lot about how lawyers need to be more than just legal experts, right?
He does. He really pushes them to develop skills like